Welcome to the 35th episode of this never-ending series. After a long break, I finally get to share an idea I've wanted to do for a while. I'll also use the ice farm we built last episode. Today, I'm building one of those boat races. Maybe you've seen one before. I've joined many since there were lots in the Twitch rivals I played. And basically, you have a track and you go around with your boat like this, doing laps, and you have to stay on the right side, not go off the track, and so on. It's a lot of fun. There are even servers for it and everything. I mean, there's even a community within the boat races. And I'm going to make a simple one that I want to do. I want to bring in the helpers. And maybe I'll invite some friends to play and have some races to see who gets the best time. Sounds good. But the main issue with planning one of these tracks is deciding where to build it. A boat race track is huge, and that's the main problem in this episode. I could make it around here since there's already ice, take advantage of the space between mountains, or use something like that. I could make it in the sky. The truth is, it would save me from a lot of problems, and I wouldn't even have to clear land or adapt to anything. It would all be much easier. And the other option is I'm considering doing it here because it's an ice biome and it fits. But what if I build it at the spawn? Why not build it at the spawn? It would be more fun, it would make things more dynamic, but it doesn't really fit with the lore. No, because of the spawn's lore. Well, there are some houses that are supposed to be the village where people are living. There are things from the gods there. But an ice race, I don't know if that would really fit. Well, maybe it would. Maybe it could be an ice race that they made, not like the new village or anything. Well, look, yes, honestly, it could fit. So what do I do if I put it here? Then I could add more tracks and have a bunch of boat circuits. The thing is, I don't know if I'll make that many. That's a big question. And it's one of those big questions that bother me a bit because we're going to go to the spawn to see it, I hope. So yeah, those are the things that bother me a bit. Deciding, because I feel like it's something that determines where to put something so big. It marks the series forever. I mean, putting the warehouse here has marked the series forever. I spent a day and a half deciding this. The warehouse is more important, but right now it's central. Honestly, I don't regret putting it there. Where else should I place the shulker farm instead of my first idea? It ended up great here. Lots to consider and nice to see it all come together. The track could get really big, right? I could put it around here, around this lake. Imagine if I used the shape of this lake to make the track. Like, it could come in here, go around, then loop back over here, but it would end up being a bit small too. So, what a tough decision, right? Honestly, whatever I decide, it stays there forever. By the way, I haven't forgotten what I said in the previous episode, even though it was 2 months ago, that I was going to give you a surprise. I haven't forgotten. Later on in the video, I'll give it to you. All right, I need, neither blue ice nor regular ice. I need packed ice because that's what I'm going to be using. I could use regular ice though. If it gets too tough, I'll switch, but for now I need packed ice unless my calculations are off. 16 or 17 stacks, something like that. Not ghost stacks, sorry. Full shulkers filled up. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this little guy from here and let everything go straight through right now. I mean, I am interested in having blue ice normally, but right now we want everything to be directly packed ice. Okay. And quickly, in case you haven't seen the previous episode, which I definitely recommend you watch, of course, like the whole series, over here, we're going to have a bot that has to go. Without this, it could be me or it could be a bot. Is it going to go like this? Mining and getting ice. The ice will fall and go to a good storage. Actually, to that storage. From there, everything falls and thanks to the water currents goes to the same place. What's up? Of course, in making the whole round, this entire round more or less uses up a pickaxe. In fact, look here at how each pickaxe ended up. I don't have many, so instead of repairing them, I'll build a factory since it's less hassle. I'll try to make plenty of pickaxes. I'm not sure how many I'll need, but probably a lot. For now, I'm not adding mending since I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe it is, but I'm unsure. I'm gonna need the experience farm, but the thing is, I don't even remember which experience farm I had because the one I used is broken. They patched it in this version, so I'm not sure how I'll do it. Also, I hadn't logged in for about 2 months, and I'm really glad I put up signs around here saying what's what because I was getting lost. There are so many places to go. It's gotten so advanced that, like I said, either I'm logging in almost every day or I can't even remember what's in each place anymore. Well, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle the experience, but for now, I'll go up to my villagers area, which is over here, and I have to get something. If I'm not mistaken, it was unbreaking efficiency, silk touch. No, unbreaking efficiency, silk touch. And then I'm gonna craft the pickaxes, okay? It's not worth spending 21 emeralds when I already have diamonds I never use. I don't use diamonds, not even for helpers. I just keep them stored. Look, all of this is crazy. I'm just gonna use it, that's it, okay? All right, I'm gonna try to make a whole shulker full of pickaxes. Let's start with that, yeah? I'll need to fill a shulker each with unbreaking, silk touch, and efficiency. Not sure how much, but it'll take a while. Well, like I was saying, in the end, I was really looking forward to playing this series again. The thing is, everything just piled up on me. Of course, the create mod, which I thought would take me 10 days, but in the end, between how long it took me to record it, getting sick, then recording the second part, and having to rest in between. Well, 1,000 things. Let's see if it lets me. How many will it let me buy? I'm going to put a shulker here to fill up. Well, between one thing and another, Christmas and the holidays came around. Then, on top of that, the Phantom Dimension thing came out. I don't know if you saw the video, but of course, as soon as I discovered that, I started making the video and we were at it. We spent quite a bit of time on that darn video, but it turned out really cool. I'm very happy with the result. Oh my, he's selling them to me for 6 now. The surprise I had for you is that I'm going to reveal something to you, okay? You're watching the survival series Rubik-Style 2, right? Well, technically, it's Survival Rubik-Style 4. Why is that? Well, it's because this channel is really old, right? So I started in 2012, and I think it was around 2013, somewhere between 2012 and 2013, that I started a survival series and called it Survival Rubik-Style. I liked the name then, and still do. I think it's a good one. I made about 3 episodes or so since I was 16 at the time. Okay, YouTube wasn't what it is now, and I didn't take it as seriously as I do now, not even close. So I just made about 3 episodes and then left it abandoned, and then I had a phase. I mean, later I deleted those videos. Well, I didn't delete them, they're hidden, but you won't see them because they're crap. I mean, they're really old, really old. I started survival in the Rubik-Style again, and some of you might remember that series because I started it in 2016. I remember that world perfectly, you know? I had a project that was like a crater in the ground, and I had the whole base around it, and it was like a hole, kind of like a silo. Well, that series actually had 7 or 8 episodes. It wasn't bad at all. That series already had better quality. But when I started Survival Rubik-Style, the previous one, I don't know why, but I decided to hide that one when I started the 2019 Survival Rubik-Style because I felt like that one wasn't completely finished, that I hadn't done it well, so I wanted to start from scratch. I don't regret it and set that series to private. The surprise is silly. I'll mention it in the description. Don't expect much, it's crap. This was back in 2016. YouTube wasn't, I mean, it's been 10 years, YouTube wasn't what it is now. But anyway, it's just for nostalgia. Well, just so you know, this is actually Survival Rubik-Style 4, right? Have you been tricked? The real canonical one is number 2. That's it. Sorry, I have to do this now. 35? There it is. What a mess, Monty. You really didn't need to do so much for this, but anyway, well, there you have it. That was my little surprise. That's it. I don't remember what I did in those episodes. It's been 10 years, so don't judge me. I doubt you'll find it funny. I don't suggest watching them since you probably won't find them funny. If you like this series, you might not like those. Still, it's just a historical note. Feel free to watch, laugh at me, and move on. By the way, I had forgotten that I have an experience farm here. All of this is constantly accumulating experience. So now I have a place to get it from. Also, this has given me 50 or 70 levels at once. Well, it depends on how long I stay here, even hundreds, right? The thing is, I need efficiency 3. If efficiency 5 turns out to be too expensive, then what I'm going to do is, do you remember this? Here I had the intermediate step to get enchantments with this system. Since I made it like this as an intermediate, I'm going to have to keep trying until I get a good one. So supposedly, well, it should show up. Efficiency 3 at level 11 or efficiency 5 at 17. That would be the best. It would also be optimal if I got efficiency 5 at 17. But if you remember, this system is made so that if I suddenly get a missing enchantment there, I don't know. I'm still missing some. I did this because it's a pain to keep searching for just one enchantment. So the idea was to just go with whatever comes up, but, well, it's kind of inevitable. I have to look for just one enchantment. Efficiency 3, efficiency 4, or efficiency 5 works for me as long as they're cheap. Let's put on some music and get started, right? Look, for example, I didn't want this to happen, but it did. I got thorns 3 for 11, which is literally, if you look here, 11 is the cheapest value you can get thorns for. I'm going to save it and send it later. I'm a bit lazy right now. I'll send the next one. But according to the Excel, if it's up to date, which I'm not sure it is, to be honest, the thorns 3 we have now is worth 24. I mean, well, this one is unbeatable. It's 11. I would only discard this enchantment if we already had it at 11. Well, most are 1, 2, or 3. 0, 1, 2, or 3 emeralds difference. Oh man, I have to lock in this looting 3 for 11 literally, as cheap as possible. So much time has passed too, since it's until the next day. I can't get it. I've already gotten efficiency 5 a couple of times, but at 64, I have one there in the village. I have an efficiency 5 at level 28, I think, but I'm trying to get something cheaper. I mean, 28 isn't really that cheap either, but I'd like to have one. I'd like to have one for the future too. And also, I was just thinking because, I mean, while I'm recording this, Hightail came out a few days ago and I tried it. I had the hope, the idea of making a lot of videos, or I don't know, I was really hyped. People had gotten me really hyped. Is it true that there are people who say it's literally going to replace Minecraft? So I tried it with the idea of making a video. I mean, the first video that came to my mind. It's like you can automate things in Hightail, you know, the first automations, mechanisms, or something like that. And honestly, you can't do any of that. 0. And besides that, I don't like RPGs, and it's enough to make a video talking about this, but it doesn't make much sense. I don't like RPGs. So Hightail is basically Minecraft, but role-playing game, right? That's it, nothing more. Right now, I was just thinking, what don't I like about Hightail? I don't like that it's, well, about Hightail and games of that type, you know? Hightail isn't badly made. It's actually well made. But farming and exploring feel limited since you can't do anything special, discover, or break things. I don't know, that essence that Minecraft has, what is this, man? What I just did is a whole system I came up with on my own. I probably based it on something I saw in the past without realizing it. That's a farm someone made. I'm creating a whole system to do something in a way the game wasn't intended to be done, right? And that's something we're discovering, and I love that. I love that it's like that. So, Hightail, right now it doesn't interest or entertain me, so I don't feel like making videos. Maybe I'll be interested in the future if they add player versus player or similar features. If Hypixel is in another game, I might try it more, but right now it just doesn't appeal to me at all. I'm a bit sad. Others seem to have fun, but I get bored with Hightail. Isn't it really expensive? I'll just keep listening to music, you know, that thing that happens when you say, I forgot that this band I love even existed, and then you listen to them again like 2 years later. That's happening to me with Dire Straits, man. I hope my people show up soon. Wow, I can't believe it. Efficiency 5 at 18. The minimum is 17. I was totally desperate. It's 11:32 in the morning, and I said if there are 35, I'll quit. But here I am. Efficiency 5 for 18 emeralds? That's where you're going, right? Besides, it's efficiency 5. Because I was thinking I can reuse those pickaxes for something else later. So if it's efficiency 5, that's better than efficiency 3. What a very important person spot my buddy has. I turned off automatic brightness and noticed this room is a bit dark. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but what if I added some light? I don't think it would make much difference. Of course, because it's too far away, right? It doesn't give off any light. I mean, in the end, the tones are very dark. I don't think this solves anything. All right, I'm going to see in one sitting how many emeralds I can get from 3 to, let's see, how many? All right, so I've gotten these. The thing is, you have to add 20 emeralds that I spent to level 1 up. And I used up a lot of iron, a crazy amount. About 7 stacks in one go is pretty good, honestly. If you reset the DJ or whatever, 7 stacks isn't bad at all. I think I can get the 6 stacks I was missing now. 1, the efficiency 1, 5. Look, it's lowering the price a bit for me, and I've even leveled up to 14. Now, how cheap is it? I have 9 efficiency left, but let's keep going in one go. Having enough emeralds to buy a whole shulker of efficiency 5. Hey, that's not bad, huh? Well, what I can do is start gathering already. So I'm going to start gathering. I'm going to put everything over here. Okay, for the combination, I don't know if you know that there's an optimal combination to make for each enchantment. And there's a page that calculates it for you. If I put in SigTac, for example, it costs X. So all those things end up costing X. But there's like an optimal order. So I'm going to look for the page. I'm going to look for the page and see what the optimal order is. Hey, since I'm here and it's worth 6, it's just that it's hard for me to get mending. I'm going to do them with mending. Now, mending only costs me 5. Wow, that's cheap. The optimal order is to combine the pickaxe with efficiency 5, then unbreaking, and then SigTac, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. If you add mending, mending has to go together with unbreaking. So should I combine these books to be able to do it? I'm going to combine them all. Like I did, except when I was using experience at the other farm. I'm not sure if you remember, but when you started doing these, your experience increased more. The thing is, it doesn't work in this version anymore, but you used to get more experience than what you spent. I have everything now. Shulker with efficiency 5, Shulker with unbreaking 3 mending, Silk Touch, and pickaxes. I combine this with an efficiency 5, then with an unbreaking mending, and then with Silk Touch. That's supposed to be the optimal order. Right now I have 2 levels, so I'm not sure how many levels there are, but let's check. All right, I've added 15, which is not much. It's better for me to go little by little, so I'm going to go down slowly and get the levels. But it's not that many, huh? Let's see how much each one costs. Efficiency 5 is 5. Plus 7, that's 12, plus 7, that's 19. Let's see, it's a really awesome pickaxe, but I don't think I can do all of them. Good thing I did this pretty close, huh? Let's see, okay. There was a lot more saved up here, 63 levels. Well, this still isn't enough for that much, huh? It's enough to make another pickaxe or 2, but doing this all the time is a pain, huh? All right, it breaks, no problem, I just grab a new one. That's amazing, I'll keep going to see how many I can make. I probably can't make many more, but it's likely enough. If not, I'll just repair them. I'll see. I had completely forgotten that this farm exists, which is mainly for slime, but it gives a lot of experience. Inga Vale reminded me. And now do I have to kill all of these? This is going to cause a lot of lag, isn't it? Not that many showed up, I don't know. Wait, I'll start gathering them in case I brought them for something. This is really good. It's very efficient, huh? I'll stay here for a while. It's not what I'm supposed to do, but I like it. Look at the mess I've gotten myself into, man. I can't do anything. I can't kill them because if I kill them, well, I think they've already lost it. But they don't drop anything anymore. Slimes are fine, but the experience I'm getting from these isn't enough. Besides, this takes a really long time. It's a long process. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off, huh? Just think, I need almost 20 shulkers of ice, and I've already done a ton of steps, and I still haven't gotten any experience. This will be really hard. I'll try to clean this up and find a solution. But I've used all my levels, and there's still half left plus away from keyboard time. Of course, well, I talked to Higochin earlier, and he reminded me of something. I have a guardian farm that we built just recently. What, 4 episodes ago, 5, I don't know. It gives a lot of experience, so I feel I've wasted my time so far. Is it faster to get experience here? I'm not sure if you remember, but you need special armor and a special sword, and you have to kill them yourself each time. So, how should I do this? I've got the farm running, which used to have a bot. I'm curious, if I can steal the experience without getting hit, I'll need to set it up myself. Alright, so basically if I stand here, I would die, but for now I'm gonna get experience, right? I think I'll also fill up my inventory and try to keep killing. Alright? My experience goes up pretty fast, so I'll stay like this for a while. This is really quick, huh? This way? Yes. That easy, man. It was that easy. Well, I'm glad. I'm really glad, Rubik, that I decided to make this farm. Honestly, I'm very happy with it. Thank you, Rubik. But anyway, all this time I was focusing on making the pickaxes and keeping myself distracted to avoid it. the main goal of this episode, which is to decide where the heck the circuit is going to go. I'm ignoring this decision, but I have to make it. Should I do it at the spawn or not? If I do it far away, it'll just be forgotten. For example, I didn't even know this Guardian farm existed. But let's delay the decision a bit more. Now let's visit the ice farm. The world has progressed a lot, especially since it's already episode 35. I can do everything. I'm already happy with this world and want to continue. I have another 10-day series planned and we'll try to be more organized. The pickaxes go here, right? There's time to make a few more episodes. I want to make a few. I just like it. I really like this series. Dude, it's not some crazy revolution on the channel, but you always watch it. So let's put the bot on, right? Let's see. I have to remember how the heck I did it too. Let's see. There goes Pekin. She made me look forward. Ah, yeah. Okay, she's already picking up. Okay, so if you saw the previous episode, basically this guy is just going to be mining ice, and when he comes back around, he'll have a new pickaxe. Okay, so this is going to take a while, you know? The worst part is that the previous clip, right before I finished making the pickaxes, was on a Friday. So I could have left this running all weekend. I had plans, but that's how it goes. I'll make the most of it. While I wait, let's decide where to put the track, and I'll show you. Here's the size I want to make. I don't know if you can see the plan, the overlaid plan, so it looks big, but it's not. I mean, this is less. This can be done in less than a minute. This track is good because you can do multiple laps, but it's better to do 3 laps. And I've already overlaid it here because I had the feeling that it more or less fit, and it more or less fits, but not completely. So I think I've made a decision. I'm not going to tell you any stories. I think I've made a decision. I'm going to remove this design. I'm not going to use this design, but I am going to use one that I came up with. Let the long track come in through here, not like the exit or whatever. So you come in through here and there could be a turn here. For example, there's going to be a turn here. You go in through here, you go under the bridge here. Well, we clean up a bit, whatever. I make it all ice. Of course, I'd be sacrificing. This is a tough decision because I'm sacrificing my river. I'm going to turn almost all of it into ice. You come out through here. I remove this little hill. And then, well, I make a path. I don't know, maybe around here. Go around or whatever and start the route again. It doesn't have many curves, but I'm sure this one is a bit tricky. So, what can I do? Oh, I can make a little shortcut here, huh? For whoever dares. It's just that while I'm saying it, I'm not so sure, but I really like it. The part that goes under the mountain? Wow, it has something special, huh? Going under the mountain with the route, and for it to be a natural mountain, and for there to be farms around, and for it to really be my world, and for it to be a real bridge, you know, for it to be part of the landscape. I really like that, huh? I'll give in and think more about the design. Meanwhile, this little pickaxe keeps working. I'm not sure I can add more small houses since I haven't had more small projects. But anyway, if you don't remember, inside here is the infinite food. Here's Yusin's snow farm, and this is the moss farm, the worst moss farm in history, in the written history of Minecraft. Here it is. Thinking about it now, this could have been placed here. That's why I say some decisions are permanent. I can't move it anymore. I don't know which table he got. This is just temporary. The hole will be much bigger. But if you come through here quickly, you'll already hit a sharp turn. You'll need to keep correcting like this, right? So you come through here. Maybe I'll make it even more curved. I don't know, but it's around there. I'll see about that. When I finish it, maybe I'll make it more curved because it's too much. This is too much, like diagonal. It's not very diagonal. And then it goes through here and I'll keep doing the rest, obviously. By the way, I'm making it 1 wide because I'm imagining the track. Later it will have 10 on each side, so it's pretty comfortable. While Peking digs, I'll imagine how the track will look, and then we'll fill it in. Here's the layout I've made so far. I'm not really happy with it. It's too circular. I'm unsure how boat navigation will work, but this is the direction I'm going for now. Well, I don't know if I've told you already, but the idea is to go through here, where my cursor is, right? And then I go in here. I'll have to cross land or cut through the land. I don't know what I'll do, but cross over there and then just go straight ahead. But it seems to me, I don't know, too basic. I'm thinking about adding a really tough turn here. I'm gonna try, I'll keep testing, but I wanna add one of those difficult turns. Let's give it a try. Well, I've decided to do the turn another way. This part was getting too long, so I added an obstacle there. You have to turn here and then turn again. It might be a bit uncomfortable, which is fine. You just have to keep it provisional. I won't make the turn so sharp, but something like this. You come through here, turn again, and then once more inside. So there's a bit of zigzag, a bit of dizziness. I think that's good. I also did it adapting to the terrain. I think that's what I like most about making the track here and not making it floating in the air or whatever. I noticed a gap and adjusted to it. For instance, the turn here is tighter because there was a column. And that's just how it is. The turn goes this way. Well, that's where the river takes you. I like that I'm not choosing the path, but following where it leads. I like that too. It's hard to do it just by eye. I mean freehand. If I stand here more or less, I'll draw it for you like this, right? I'd draw it for you like this, wouldn't I? Now I have to do this a bit blindly. I finished making the model, I'm not sure what to call it, and I'm almost out of ice. I've used nearly a shulker just for the model. Let's see. I do like this part. Obviously, it's adapted to the terrain. This part didn't turn out very well. I mean, I don't know here. Well, I'll try it. I'll see what I do. I'll see what I do because maybe I'll make a change. Maybe I'll make a turn here, which is what I thought at first, to make a turn here. Go back in, so you get a quick acceleration and then you have to go back in. I think this is going to be better, and then here I'll see, because I want to try something to see if I can make the boat fly and go over these blocks. But well, we'll try that later. Now, I'm going to check how Peking is doing to see if he got any ice, and I'm going to grab all the ice I can. I didn't know there was a spawner in this mountain. It hasn't been looted, right? There's a golden apple. I like the idea of the mountain opening up. All right, it's morning already the next day, and I'm going to open it. I'm not going to make up stories for you. All right, full, and almost full. Okay. I don't even know where Peking is. The poor guy must be using his hand. He doesn't have any pickaxes left. How nice. Okay. The thing is, yesterday afternoon I left and gave him a bunch of pickaxes, all right? I came in at night with food and everything. Of course, I came in at night and he had about 4 or 5 pickaxes left. So I set about repairing all of them. I repaired all the pickaxes and left them all night, and he used them all up completely. Of course, I took this out of here, and now I see that I have another 6, 7, right? Which, well, isn't bad at all. Now I have all this in 13 practice shulkers. That should be enough, right? I shouldn't need more, so I'll take it all with me now. I'm not sure what you saw or how I edited it, but I was here yesterday afternoon. In the end, I spent a bit of time with Higochin. He helped me a little with placing ice and stuff, but mostly we worked on the structure from the outside. The thing is, it was more of a casual conversation. I recorded something, but I forgot to record his audio, man. I'm a genius, and I had it turned off. So, around here, you can more or less see the track. It looks like a kid drew it. But anyway, I'm going to fill it in and we'll try to see how it turns out once it's filled. I also want to add some decorations, maybe a chicane or something like that. Oh, and of course this whole section here that connects everything is still missing. But hey, I've got a good moment ahead of me to add some ice. I like it. I really like this. We need to add lights and decorate it and everything, right? By the way, there's a skeleton spawner here. Can we leave it to mess with people who pass by? I don't know. I'm just really nervous. This is the first track I've ever made. The first one ever. Well, not even in creative mode have I ever made one. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if it's going to be crap. I don't know if I did the right thing by putting it here. I'm really excited to have the first race here. I think it's going to be pretty fun. Come on, here. You're going to see this is going to be a little tricky. I can always change it, right? It's not ice, it's fine, but well, let's get to work. While placing these blocks, I remembered I have to go to the notary soon and thought, why not mention it? I know I rarely discuss my private life. After all, this is a Minecraft channel. But well, from time to time I like to share something. But above all, I want to do it to tell you about my experience. And so that the same thing doesn't happen to you, or so you can be prepared. Because I bought an apartment, which I'm very happy about, and already have the mortgage. I need to go to the notary to prepare for the signing next week, and I've been very lucky. I'm not sure how things are in your countries, but in Spain it's tough. It's hard for me, even with a degree that offers many job opportunities. Plus, I have my YouTube channel now. And during university, I also earned money, etc., etc. Well, I don't know. I mean, imagine if it's hard for me, how is it for everyone else? The thing is that generally when you buy an apartment, you usually ask for a mortgage. And wow, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that people really hated banks and all that. But man, oh my God, they're such little rats. It's incredible. I've been with the same bank since I was 1 year old. My parents opened the account for me, so I expected better treatment. But it's just the same as always. I want to share my experience so it won't happen to you, or to show how to handle these situations. Because if you go to ask for a mortgage, they're going to try to pressure you a lot, like a crazy amount. Or at least that's what happened to me. I don't know how it is at other banks, but they've pressured me a lot, trying to tie you to a bunch of crap. They do everything they can, depending on whether you know about it or not. But anyway, they offered me a mixed mortgage, which was fixed at first and then variable, which is a really bad idea. They sell it to you well and say things that sound great, but I was lucky to be prepared since I'd thought about the mortgage for a long time. A friend of mine works in risk management at a bank and often explains interest rates to me. I had studied everything well and knew exactly what I wanted and didn't want. Well, like I said, I've asked a lot of people. I do a lot of research and all that, If I had gone in a bit blind, like saying, well, I don't really know how this works, I would have believed everything, since they make it sound appealing and link you to many things. In my case, they've also lied to me, which really bothers me. For example, when they make you an offer, it's based on a percentage or certain conditions. Then they added a condition they hadn't mentioned. You had to get home insurance. With the bank, because they ask you for this, a lot of banks ask you for it. So many strings attached, it's crazy. I've tried to refuse some of them, and in the end, I couldn't refuse all the ones I wanted to. But anyway, they tie you down with a lot of things, and one of them was home insurance. There was something there, like fine print, something they didn't really mention, which was that you paid for the first 5 years of the comforter, so they included it there, like in the mortgage spread out over 30 years, so you didn't notice it? No, because you don't really pay attention to the big number or whatever, or it just goes up a little and you don't notice. But I don't know, it seems really sneaky to me, really sneaky. To slip something like that in without telling you, there are several things like that they don't tell you. What a drag, man. I mean, he bored me for like half an hour trying to get me to sign up for a pension plan or something like that. What the hell, man? I'm 28 years old. Honestly, it's really stressful. I guess I've always thought the same way. Isn't it kind of the Spanish dream to buy them a house, an apartment? I've always thought it would be nice, not necessarily cool, but the process is stressful, especially with the banks. Look, I've also been lucky to get the mortgage because I came back to YouTube a year ago. So a lot of times being self-employed for a year isn't enough, no matter how much income you show. The truth is, November's income from Create Mod helped convince them. That's it. I've got an apartment now. I'm moving in soon in a couple of weeks. By the time you see the next episode, I'll probably already be there. It's going to be a bit hectic, right? Well, moving into a new place, settling in and all that. It's going to be tough, but, I'm happy to do it and I'm really excited. I'll keep adding ice. What about you guys? I know some older viewers are watching. If you've had similar bank experiences, share them in the comments. I'll read them. Recently, especially with Sayer, I read comments, but not much on the shorts. It depends on my upload rate. If I post 3 per week on 3 platforms, then no. I don't read all the comments, but I usually read the ones here. So tell me about any experience you've had, because maybe I've demonized the bank a lot because of this experience I had. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. I don't know, but, they offer good conditions, so I can't complain too much since I have good conditions. All right, as you can see, most of the ice is already in place, but I'm missing this section, so I want to start trying things like this. It's a bit high, so I want to use the natural terrain. Maybe I'll remove a layer, but I want to use the terrain and build a ramp. I know you can make ramps, so I'm going to try making one. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but I think this is how you do it. That's one idea. I haven't tried it, so I don't know if it'll work. Let's see if I can get the boat through. Damn, it won't go up. I'll try putting this one level lower. Maybe it's the soul sand that's trapping you. No, that doesn't work either, huh? And how do I get a boat up? I mean, I could do it with pistons, but it's really inconsistent. Maybe with pistons and slime blocks, but what if there are two? Did it work? The thing is, it slows you down a lot, right? I mean, this would be a 1-block elevator, right? It's a bit clunky. I don't know if I'd rather just leave a hole. The thing is, it really breaks the flow. I mean, the idea is great, but it's Minecraft, man, and I know it's not going to work well. Or could I do it from higher up? I'm going to try an elevator that goes up several blocks at once. I have a cool idea. Let's check it out. What I want to do would be much faster if I had ice, but I only have packed ice. I don't have regular ice. All right, let's test this. I come over here and say, I get on this one and go out that way. The thing is, there's no track right now, but there would be a track here, right? Well, I could raise it one more, but I think it's fine like this, okay? But why did I make it 9 blocks wide? Well, because I have an idea. I like splitting the tracks in two since they're not meant for just one person. It's not just racing the clock, there are others, so what happens and who's there can affect things. Is the shortcut worth it for you? So I was thinking maybe this shortcut, since you have to go up, could take you straight there, and the other shortcut could go more below, but without losing any speed. I'm even thinking about adding blue ice, which is much faster. You have to balance the shortcuts really well, but I think they could be a lot of fun. If not, we can test them or something, but at first, when you come out here, just go straight, right? The idea is to go super straight and then line up for the track. I'm not sure if that's much better though. I think we should put blue ice on the other one, but I'm gonna do both. Why? Well, to have twice the work, that's what I like. Imagine I come through here at full speed and go up this part. Okay, so here I have this tree. I don't know if I should remove it. I'll probably take it out, right? Okay, when I return, I'll remove it since it's extremely uncomfortable. I'll do it without the tree. I only left it as an obstacle because I thought it was funny. I like having two options because my idea is for one to be harder. This one doesn't need much skill. Just get up here and go straight, while the other should be more challenging. If you do everything perfectly, like taking the perfect turn, you'll go faster. That's the idea, but honestly, I don't know how it'll turn out. Does this look good or not? I like the idea of it being in the center of the world. From now on, I'll build my next farms and decorations here. I think I am going to use all of this because it kind of gives it a certain closure. I think it was a really, really good idea to put the track here, huh? I mean, before I used to put things down without much reason, but now I have the area closed off. For me, my boundary area is the warehouse. That's a limit for me. I mean, from there back, I'm not going to build. These hands are from there back. I'm not going to build the same thing. This river, and I think here is also a limit. So everything that's here in between, I can keep building since, I don't know, around the mountain, around the track, I'm going to make the expansions here. And what would look really, 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 really good is to put something here in the middle, but we'll see. That's it. Maybe a lighthouse or something funny in the middle of the track. I might even want to make more tracks, but first I need to finish this one, which I'll now have to do by eye. But I'm going to try to make the curve easier since it was getting a bit hard for me to mine blindly. I just made the curve as an idea of what it would be like. It turned out a bit narrower over there, right? I'll adjust it later if I can. If not, it'll just look a bit ugly like that one, which is also handmade and obviously so. Anyway, I make the mark and start mining from below. Depending on how I see it, I'm going to do this one a little bit. Come on, I'll show you how I do it. More or less, it has to be 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know it should be around here. Like I said, this isn't scientific at all. So now I guess my idea is to keep mining until I see ice. So as soon as I see ice, I stop. Actually, I think I'll just do 2 layers. Yeah, I'll just do 2 layers and then drop everything down. But yeah, I think this method is a bit rudimentary. But well, for my very first track, it's not bad. Well, as you can see, the track is closed. That's it. I can use it now. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm happy with the result. It took me a while to choose the track's location, but I think this spot is perfect. Because look, I go into the mountain now. Well, it looks a bit rough right now, but I also have to learn to control it. But I go into the mountain. I go through here between houses, and I also have to go under the bridge over there. This gets narrower because that's how it is naturally. I don't know, whoa, I'm about to fall. I'm really happy with how this turned out here. I can choose either spot. Come on, I'll choose this one. It's difficult indeed. You can hit yourself very easily, but well, we'll have to organize some races, not just a time trial. We're going to invite a few people and have them try it out, but that'll be in the next episode. So I'll see you there, guys. In the next episode, I'll invite a few participants. Tell me in the comments who you want to be there. I'll fine-tune the track a bit, And we're going to have a really, really cool event, the first Sayer event. Many thanks to the channel members for continuing to support, and to everyone, goodbye, 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 goodbye.